This is the plaintiff, Angel Rosario. He says he parked his truck at the defendant's furniture store, and a cart overloaded with merchandise rolled down a hill and smack into his pickup truck. All his employees were standing there looking at the damage. The manager came out, told him to get an estimate, and once he presented it to the defendant, they refused to pay. He's here suing this unscrupulous businessman for the $2,300 worth of damage he caused. This is the defendant, Dave Morley. He says the plaintiff parked his truck near the loading dock to his store. There are no parking signs posted, and the plaintiff just parked his truck there anyway. They even made announcements to move the truck because it was there for almost an hour. Bottom line, the truck shouldn't have been parked in the active loading area, and they owe this illegal parker nothing. He's accused of losing control of a runaway cart.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff parked his truck at the defendant's store and a cart with merchandise hit it. The defendant says the plaintiff parked in a no parking zone. It's the case of get a load of this.
Have been torn, Your Honor.
Douglas. Angel Rosario?
Yes.
You are suing the company Dave Morley represents here as you're the general manager of the store?
Yes, ma'am.
You've asked us not to mention the company name, so we'll just refer to you as the thrift store. Okay, for $2,300 in property damage that you feel they should pay because their employees were negligent. Tell me what happened.
Well, I was picking up some furniture from a store that's in the same building.
A different store.
You are correct, but it's
Okay.
the same building.
Okay.
And well, I was downstairs waiting, for them to get the furniture. When I came out, my truck was smashed. And I saw
Wait,
the
you weren't downstairs. You were in the store in order to pick up furniture that you were in the store?
Correct, in the loading dock, correct.
So you were parked in a loading dock?
Correct.
Okay.
Which the loading dock, belongs to the furniture place as well, too. It's both.
When you're loading, I guess. But,
yes.
Okay. You have a very different version of that issue, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's your version on that issue?
He just mentioned he parked. He parked at a loading dock. We don't park at a loading dock. Loading dock is for unloading and loading. That's it.
Right.
Did we cause the damage? Our cart hit the car. It absolutely did. But it wouldn't have hit the car if it wasn't there.
Right. And how long had his car been, in your estimation, illegally parked in a loading dock?
Well, he entered the loading dock in at 1550, and he exited at 1442.
Speak in English.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what,
350, 442.
Okay.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
your guys saw his car parked there. It wasn't invisible, right?
Correct.
All right. So they had done their loading and unloading, working around what appeared to be an improperly parked car. And then they messed up. And what happened? Did the cart get away from them or what?
Well, there's two bays. We have two loading docks.
Can we do something? Do we have, if that's out, it's because we probably have Google Earth. Perfect. Come on over here. Can you see from where you are? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see.
So it looks like this is the parking for the customers, paid parking here. So this is an alley, it's not a great area. So back here is our loading dock. So the truck's actually back in, and there's a truck here, and the truck goes right here.
Okay.
And
where's his car parked?
His car's parked right there.
So it's actually blocking one of the two spaces that you talked about.
That's correct.
All right. So, okay, so let's get you back there. What ends up, are you there when it happens, or you come out
Well, like I said, Your Honor, I was downstairs at the furniture spot, which I had this on my windshield so they could know who truck it belongs to.
Yeah.
Just in case something happened, because I was told that I could, that's where you pick up the furniture. They shared the loading dock, the furniture's place.
I got it. You're not a customer. You're
So,
there to do
like,
deliveries as well, but you're part. You're not, it's immediate loading and unloading. But talk to me and tell me, though, what happens. You come back to the vehicle. Do you have furniture with you when you come back to the vehicle?
It was in a process of bringing it out, And when I came out, like I say, all the employees were surrounded, and the other manager, I'd never seen this guy. It's the first time I ever saw him, And he
This
said,
gentleman?
yeah.
Okay.
My bad. I mean, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so people are standing there. Nobody ran. They're all standing there waiting for you to arrive.
I had to go.
And what had happened?
Well, they have a cart, a metal big cart. I believe that they load everything on there, and it must have been overloaded, and it tilted over. It did the hatchback door was smashed, and the window as well was smashed.
Do you have pictures of the damage?
Yes.
May I see it? All right. Now, he was told that day, I guess, by someone other than you. Were you working that day?
I was working that day, but not at that store.
Okay, so he was told that day, get an estimate and bring it to us. He got an estimate, he brought it to you guys, and then what did they tell you? Ah!
Well, I mean, the guy totally changed his mind. The first estimate was 2,900. You know, that's their prices. But
What's all the black stuff?
that's off. Then the window shattered.
All right, and so.
But the manager, you know, he said, you know.
Okay, I
it was
got
some-
it. I got it. So the bottom line is, since then you received another estimate for 2,300, and that's
Correct.
what you're suing for. And your theory is there's a guy who is a loader and unloader, but he wasn't attending to his vehicle, so it doesn't matter if we destroy it.
Is it a defense that he parked in a no parking zone?
I don't think so. That's
Because
well, that's really not. That's
you can't hit it if you see it. How's that? Say yes, that's good.
that's good.
Good. Going inside the courtroom.
Did you ever see the car?
I never saw the car, but I saw
Okay,
the
come here.
pictures of
Show
the
him the
car.
pictures. Tenderize that man a little bit. Take a look. See, here's the problem. If your guys can't do their job because someone's illegally parked, or you believe someone's illegally parked, and this here it's kind of muddy because he's not. I thought he was a customer. He's actually a contract worker unloading and loading. He's just not attending to his vehicle at the time. So I understand what you're saying. But your guys didn't say, "Oh wait, we can't do this. There's a car illegally parked here. Let's call a tow truck," or "There's the company. He put it on the windshield. Let's call them and tell them to move it." They just did their loading and unloading,
Hold on.
and it ended up falling into the car. Why would you not be responsible?
Hold on for a sec.
Don't tell me to hold on. Just answer
Yes,
my
ma'am.
question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. We saw the car at the loading dock. We made announcements inside the store. That's standard procedure.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
nothing you're going to say is going to stop me from the analysis that you went ahead and did your loading and unloading
Yes, ma'am.
without waiting. Why couldn't your people be more careful and not have a bunch of stuff crash onto his car and destroy his car that way? And the answer is there is no answer to that because it's an accident. It's an accident. And I do not agree with you that because you feel he was illegally parked, and he may have been because he's not tending to the immediate drop-off and pickup, but he's not a customer.
But I
And
need to-
you guys don't wait, and you guys do $2,300 worth of negligent damage to the car, and you think he should eat it?
Well, I'd like to, if I may interject one more thing, please. I'd appreciate it. We need to find out how many times he was there that day.
Why?
He came the first time, he picked up furniture from the vendor downstairs, and he left. Okay? He came back a second time. He exited through the alley. There's
So?
that alley we talked about. He exited and he left.
So
He parked his car there. He didn't have any business being there.
let's assume, for the purposes of our discussion, that it is 100% illegally parked, 100%. There are two bins there for business. There's one bin your guys were at, and there's another bin. Stay in your lane. Your guys didn't stay in their lane. That car wasn't a surprise. That car wasn't driving through surprise. They see a car there, and they exhibited negligence by spilling whatever it was onto the car that was in that lane that's not theirs. What fair planet would we live on where that would be okay? They see his car, they know it's there, they're supposed to be exercising caution and going around it, and then they have an accident. The accident is forgivable. The attempt to not make good on it, not so much. $2,300 verdict for the
Thank
plaintiff.
you very much.
Well, the plaintiff does prevail. He gets $2,300. Mr. Morley's on his way out of the court. I think you are surprised that you didn't win this case.
I should have won the case. The
yeah.
driver has to assume some responsibility where he parked. That's all there is to it. Any vehicle does. He's the driver of the vehicle. He assumes negligence.
Well, you know, you differ with the judge.
Yes, I do.
And in this case, the judge prevails.
Yes, she did.
And you lose. And I'm sorry, but I know you thought you were going to win.
No,
I could
absolutely.
tell it in your face.
Absolutely. We should have won that.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it goes.
the way it
Right?
goes.
Some days you win, some days you lose.
Yeah.
This wasn't your day.
Yes, it
I'm
was.
sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Rosario, were you worried about losing?
Not really, because,
you weren't?
I mean, there was a responsibility to, find me where I was, locate me and let me know that, I was.
Well, they did try. They made announcements
Well,
in the store
I didn't hear.
and
I don't know
everything.
where they tried.
You just didn't hear them.
But they didn't follow through. So I'm very happy with the outcome.
I got to tell you, I think you're lucky. You're lucky
Yeah.
today. Okay.
Thank you very much.
This was a close call.
Thank
all
you
right?
very much.
You prevailed. Harvey, that's really interesting. What do you think about this one?
I mean, look, you are not allowed to hit what you see, even if the car or the truck was parked illegally.